Buenos dias, good morning.
How's it going?
Good, good. We're gonna be painting Kyle's Road Glide parts for his new project. I got the bags in here, side covers, Road Glide, air duct, getting this tank topper ready. Yeah, so excited to be doing this morning. So everything's prepped. Put the last part in here, which is the air cool cover, and we'll get the booth cranking, and let me close the doors and then we'll start making up some color. All right, we're gonna make 70 ounces. That we have a little extra. Go here on my screen. So I got my kettle. Yeah, 70 ounces. I just log it in to the system and it'll give me a formula, as you see there. So it has 6 toners to make this color. And we tweaked it a little bit so it's custom now, and that's gonna go into our custom formulas. Now in the future, if something happens and we need to repaint a part, then we can just go into the custom formulas tab and it'll be logged in there. All right, first toner 1683. Let's see, right behind you. Oh, I think we're gonna be a little low, so we're gonna get this gallon, give it a quick mix out in the shaker. I usually shake this for about anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes. So let's see. I don't know. We might have enough. We'll see. Give it a shot. Oh, it's going to be a close one. Oh, will I make it? Will I make it? Will I make it? Oh, you know what? Oh, 180 something grams short. So close. All right, no biggie. We'll just wait a couple minutes. Paint's all shook. Now we gotta take this top off here and be very careful that we don't get paint all over the desk. Let's see if we can hit our target. Oops. Went over by 2, but it's okay because you can reboot the formula. So we just hit that. It will adjust it for you. Usually after the first toner, you have to be on target, because if you go over, you can always readjust the formula, but you end up going in circles and circles. So once it gets down to like a gram, like 5 or 3, you have to be very, very careful. Usually it takes about 5 to 7 minutes to make a formula. Here we go, steady hand. There we go.
Oh,
look at that. And you hit next.
Like a pro.
And I usually wear a mask when I'm doing this, so we're filming, but there is an exhaust system through this paint room. We're gonna get ready to wipe down all the parts. So what I do is I put some of this wax and grease remover to remove any type of impurities or whatever that's on the primer. Start from the top, work down the side, and I'll repeat this process. And as I'm wiping the parts down, I'm also looking for any imperfections. Make sure there's no chips. If there is, then we'll take those parts back over to the prepper, but Eli's pretty good at prepping, so.
He sure seemed like it when I was with him yesterday.
Yeah, he has a good eye for that stuff. That's why we have him here working at HOGWORKZ. Yeah, you have to really pay attention to what you're doing as you're wiping these parts down, because if you miss something, then obviously it's gonna show in the base coat and then it's ruined, right? So you gotta take that part out, bring another one in. But if you take your time, repeat the process very carefully, then you should be okay. But you always wanna make sure you're wiping these parts down really good. Getting all the nick and crannies there.
This is your first time painting one of these bags, eh?
Yes, it is.
Think they'll be a little tricky to get painted with the grooves on it?
Not so much if I'm gonna be basing. It will be a little tricky when I'm clearing, because I'm used to the old saddlebags where it's just flat and I can just really bomb the clear on here.
Yep.
On these, I'm gonna have to be very careful. I can tilt them a little bit, might help me, but I'll just be careful. I'll put one medium coat on there, and then I'll wait a little bit, and then I'll come back, put second coat, see how it looks. If it needs a third, then I'll put a third on there. I do like these bags, they're really cool.
Oh dude, yeah, they're sweet.
Especially right here, how it comes down, there's an angle.
Oh, they have like that performance style look.
Yeah, it looks like they're flying. Again, paying attention to detail, because this is for the boss, so I don't want to get my last paycheck. And make sure the edges are nice and smooth. This bike is going to be out in shows, be out on the road. All right, put on the backpack, just like that. Feels like I'm going to school. We use sleeves here. You know, we're handling a lot of small parts, so we gotta hold them while we're spraying and put on the helmet.
Guess it's time for me to put my mask on.
Yeah, put on your mask. And we are ready. Nice. Lay down just how I wanted it to.
Ooh, is that the color?
Yeah. Here, let me get the light and see if it'll capture the metallic.
Ooh, that's
See
cool.
that bronze?
Yeah, how it just runs off.
Making clear. This is years back in my rookie days. So I get my cup. You know, I think it was a Friday. I just, had in my mind party, right? Forgot about putting the liner in there, right? So I make up my clear. Then I come back over here and I start dumping it in there and then whoosh, all over the table, all over the floor.
Oh my gosh, with the holes right there.
Yeah, it just went all over the place. I was like, ugh.
Never did that again, eh?
No, learned my lesson real fast.
Yeah, whole batch ruined.
Gotta have the liners in the cups. If you can't keep your paint room clean, you shouldn't be painting. I've been doing this for about 23, 24 years, and my jobs come out clean most of the time because I keep this area clean. If this place is dirty, and I have so much stuff in my mind, like, oh, I gotta clean up. See, I learned this trick from an old timer. The holes that I put on the side.
Oh yeah.
So when I'm pouring, it'll fall
Feed back in there. Yeah.
Instead of doing it this way where you're dumping it and all that fucking paint collects on the edge of the rim, and then you go put your cap on, you hit it with the hammer, but guess what? You got paint all over. Some painters care, some don't. I do, so. And I always filter my base coat, pearls, sometimes clear. Even though you shake it for like 5 or 7 minutes or whatever, as you can see, there's already stuff in there. And a little trick my mentor taught me, Dino Bellotti, is that when you pour your paint in there, always, what would they call it? Scrape the sides or
Scrape the edges.
Scrape the edges to get that paint mixed in correctly. Some painters don't care, they just dump the base coat in there, reduce it, give it a little shake and pour it in your cup. Nah. So this one's ready to go. Lock it in place. Alright, let's go put some color on.
Alright. So how long do you normally wait between coats?
About 10 to 15 minutes. I under reduced it by just a little bit, so you can cut that down.
Ooh. Yeah.
It's gonna pop so nice.
Oh yeah, it's gonna look awesome.
So the air duct has 3 dirts. The cap for the inner has like a little fisheye, so we're gonna go back in there about a minute, sand that stuff down, and bury it on the second coat. It looks really good. All the parts, most of the parts are really nice, clean. Ching gone.